Welcome to Last Breath Diaries. Thank you for joining me this evening. Before we dive into tonight's story, pour yourself a drink, sink into your favorite spot on the couch, let the world fade away, take a deep breath, get comfortable, and settle in. Tonight, we step into the shadows and into the story. Welcome back to Last Breath Diaries. Tonight, I want you to meet Janice Kelly, a woman whose story still echoes in my mind every time I hear the steady rhythm of a heart monitor. Janice was 42 years old, the kind of woman who carried the world on her shoulders and still found time to make everyone else feel lighter. A mother of two, full-time nurse aide, and part-time caretaker for her elderly mother. The kind of woman who'd apologize for being late even when she was the one who'd been wronged. She came into the ER just after sundown. The kind of night where the fluorescent lights hum louder than the voices in the hall, and the air smells like antiseptic and burnt coffee. She walked in clutching her chest, pale but calm, saying she'd been having indigestion again. Said it had been happening for days. She smiled through the pain, the kind of smile you only learn from years of pretending everything's fine. The triage nurse jotted her vitals down without much alarm. Her blood pressure was a little high, her pulse a little fast. Probably anxiety, someone muttered. She said she's been under stress. But something about her eyes caught my attention. It wasn't fear, it was exhaustion. The kind of exhaustion you don't get from missing sleep, but from your body fighting a battle it hasn't told you about yet. They gave her a GI cocktail and sat her in the hallway to wait it out. Her EKG looked normal enough, nothing dramatic, nothing the textbook would warn you about. But I remember standing there thinking, why does this not feel right? Hey, nurse chat, let's pause for a moment. This is something every woman watching needs to know. Heart attacks in women rarely play by the rules. They don't always come with crushing chest pain. Sometimes it's nausea, fatigue, shortness of breath, or a dull ache that feels like heartburn. Studies show women are more likely to be dismissed or misdiagnosed in the first hours of a heart attack, especially younger women under 50. The silent killer doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Janice's labs came back, slightly elevated troponin, but the physician on duty chalked it up to demand ischemia. He said she's been under stress. Let's keep her for observation, but it's not a big one. So they moved her upstairs. She called her daughter that night, whispering into the phone, "They say it's nothing serious, baby. I'll be home tomorrow." And that was the last normal conversation she'd ever had. By morning, her color had changed. There was a grayness to her skin, like the life was draining in slow motion. She said the pain had moved to her jaw, then her arm. She was sweating, nauseated, and restless. I paged the resident. I paged again and again. No one came quickly enough. Her monitor beeped steady, then started to skip. One missed beat, then another. When I reached her bedside, she whispered, "Something's wrong," and I knew she was right. I hit the rapid response button. The room filled with bodies and urgency. The same people who told her it was just stress were now racing to save her life. They called for the crash cart, and as I watched them tear open IV tubing and press oxygen over her face, I thought about all the women who say, "It's probably nothing," because someone once told them to stop worrying. Her blood pressure plummeted. The EKG turned chaotic, ST elevation screaming across the screen. Her indigestion was a full-blown myocardial infarction. The artery feeding her heart had been dying, quietly, slowly, while she was waiting in that hallway. They rushed her to cath lab, and I remember the doors closing behind her as the alarms echoed through the corridor. That's the last time I saw Janice conscious. Hey, nurse chat, let's break this down. The LA artery, often called the widowmaker, supplies the front of the heart. When it becomes blocked, it can cause sudden cardiac death within minutes. In women, this artery can close without the dramatic Hollywood clutch your chest moment. It creeps in silently, and by the time the patient realizes it's not indigestion, the damage is already done. They said she coded on the table. They said they brought her back. But when I walked into the ICU later that day, her bed was empty, sheets stripped, monitors off, room cleaned. I don't think I'll ever forget that silence. The kind that follows when the world has just lost someone it shouldn't have. But here's the thing. Janice's story didn't end there. because what happened after changed everything. To be continued. Before you go, I want to hear from you. 1. Have you or someone you know ever had a medical symptom dismissed as stress, only to find out it was something more serious? 2. Do you think gender bias still plays a role in how heart conditions are treated? 3. If you were the nurse that night, would you have pushed harder, or would you have trusted the doctor's call? Thank you for watching Last Breath Diaries. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you never miss a single episode.